And we're back once again with Half Hour Henshin. This time we are on episode 71. As always, I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, joined by
DJ Azure, the 2.5D here, TalkTuber.
And man, do we have some full episodes to talk about today. I mean, we've been saying that for a bit, but I mean, we're getting the finale. Yeah, we're getting the finales. We're getting the finales of 2 series, and then we're also getting like the big like turn in Gotcha. So everything is happening all the time, man.
Yeah, the first I think we could officially call this the actual mid-season upgrade. Godred Fire.
Yeah, for
actually,
sure.
It's a change to his suit. Like it is a change to like the kind of form of his suit, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, despite everything else was the combination of 2 or even the X series. Like I wouldn't say that those were like a mid-season upgrade as much as like this one was, because this one actually feels like a power up.
Yeah, and also I feel like, again, this is just from like the writer stuff that I've seen. When we get the like mid-season power up, it always relates to like his base suit, you know. So this was a relation to Hopper and Steamliner. You know, when you got Build, it was another. It's always Rabbit Tank related. Anything with Geats was always Boost related because that was like his main core guy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that I feel like, we got the Gacha Caliber and it's like 3 episodes and it's like Gacha Caliber. What's that fucking meme? It's like friendship ended with Gacha Caliber. Gacha Igniter is my new best friend.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I mean, big things happening this episode. I was sort of right with like the Alchemy Academy being behind everything. Except that it was like Gurion like wiped like rewrote he rewrote their memories. So like I was sort of right, but not really. But also that does make sense. Like if you have the power to wipe minds, I feel like you need to be careful of that because like anyone could use that, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and Girion's not a good dude at all.
He's not. I mean, aesthetically, I love him. He fits that like perfect villain vibe. The monocle, the Rubik's Cube, like he's great. I mean, main things to say about this episode are just, mostly talking about Hotaro and Hotaro.
Yeah, that was super cute. Like, for like we see that like Hotaro's even like kind even to his younger self. Like we actually did, like it was confirmed with X-Rex, but like we did see that he really was friends with all the chemies from the start, and like
which opens up a lot of questions, by the way.
Yeah, and also young Hopper and young Steamliner, that was the cutest thing. Oh my god,
they're very baby. Going a little bit back further in the episode. I loved seeing him and Daybreak like tag team, and Daybreak using Jungle Raiden to make a ring for him to immediately like ant wrestler. That was great. Yeah, good combination fighting. Him and the baby form. Man, so many questions here. At one point, there's always the possibility that like we've never seen Hotaru's dad face. Maybe Rin's dad is his dad, and like he just has his memories wiped. But like, baby Hotaru didn't recognize Rin's dad either, and he mentioned that his dad is an adventurer. But like, there's so many questions. What is baby Hotaru doing in like the world between worlds?
How
did he get
here? That is a question. That is a question.
His dad being an adventurer now kind of has me like, okay, his dad was an alchemist like all along or whatever. That makes sense.
Oh man, are we gonna get the classic Conrad trope of the bad dad?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh man,
like he went off and he left them. I do really like that the goggles that he like made for his little like treasure like look like Gotchard's goggles. I always I think I've said this from episode 1. I love the Gotchard goggles, so them coming back like this.
Yeah, it's so cute. Like I love those goggles because I'm like, it's really funny like how goggles are like kind of like the mark of protagonists for some series. Like, of course I'm only thinking about Digimon when I'm saying that, but like it's just really funny.
I mean, I like it. I like having a cohesive design element like that. It's cool, and I like the Gotchard suit because it kind of follows his design elements. Oh my god, the like old Rubik's Cube thing Gurion had that has all the eyes on it and was glass. That thing was awesome.
Yeah,
that thing was like disgusting looking, and I loved it. Also, oh my god, his Kudo's dad showing up just in like the magician's outfit with the level 10 Kemi. That was amazing. I love that. That was such a stylish entrance.
Renee's dad is just awesome. Like we've seen we've seen like almost everything we need to know about him, but at the same time we still don't know anything about him. It's great. I love that feeling.
And I love the vibes of, Hotaru gets the thing because he protected his past self and the Kemis, and I love that he had already met, Kudo's dad in the past, and Kudo's dad is the one who had given him the power to who's eventually told him, as long as you believe, you'll eventually be able to wield this power, which is eventually going to be the gacha driver, which is, the door to darkness ? That's still a whole question mark thing.
Yeah, and it's great too because we see that becomes his gacha igniter, and
I absolutely love that he actually got this by like alchemying it himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's great too because you basically see it, and it's like we already saw what it looked like, but like the fact that it's different from Daybreak, and Daybreak looks at him and he's like, "Huh, it's a different future now." It's like he's so proud of it.
I love that. I also just in general really like the fact that again, the whole bit has been like, oh, his common rider powers has been him kind of cheating at alchemy school, quote unquote. So him actually doing like proper alchemy to get his power up is nice. The Daybreak thing was really cool. Oh my god, the fight with Moon was so cool. Especially he transforms. It's a different igniter. It's a different form, and he's just like And then we get to see him holding the goggles. Possibly in his ruined future, because again, like, his gacha igniter form is just his base form with like a cape and like a little bit of extra flair. This is like a full new form.
Yeah.
So,
and
again,
it's great too because you do see like the booster on his back, and you kind of you're expecting him to go fast, but you don't expect how fast. And this episode, holy crap! I thought Boost was fast.
Yeah. First of all, going back to the incredibly stylish like setup for the kick, to the being held back, to the guy running away, to the kick that kicks him directly from the quarry. Isn't that like Obadiah Hill or whatever the thing? Omori Hill?
Oh no! I don't think it is. No, I think that's just the quarry.
No. But he kicks him to the hill, does he not?
I don't remember that exactly.
I saw someone tweeting about it.
I think I was just getting too hype over to kick.
I saw someone
think about it.
I saw someone tweeting about it. Like, this man just kicked him into
he did.
Omori Hill.
He did kick him to Omori Hill.
This man did what's it called? He did like the Fighter Z stage break.
That's what it was. That's the reason why I saw that. That's the reason why I saw that tweet going on. Because I was actually gone this weekend, so I wasn't able to watch it on Sunday like I normally would.
I wasn't up on Sunday. It was up late.
Oh yeah. But I mean, even then, like, obviously people were like, posting it.
People saw the
without
laws
subtitles.
and everything.
I
also the cutest
stage break.
Yeah, the cutest thing for me too was like the confirmation of Daybreak being future Hotaru by the fact that Hotaru goes in the past, he sees his past self do something, and he's like, way to go, me. And then, Hotaru beats the Moon Kemi, and Daybreak goes, way to go, me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so really cute.
Yeah.
And then we're getting, dark setup with, you're going to handle your student, right, Minato?
Yeah. But yeah, it's intense. And then oh man,
next week I'm gonna be insufferable because it's that fucking
yeah, it's what like, we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it's like, it's what I've been waiting for. Give it to me, please.
I know.
Transform in the show.
Yeah,
super excited.
Yeah, and it's really, we're talking about like the big parts of this episode, but I mean to like, it's because like that was all the happy stuff in this episode, but man, the beginning of this episode was bleak as hell though.
It was depressing. Like, I mean,
yeah, like memory wiping everyone. The fact that the senpais are are disheartened. Like they were also expelled as well too. Like everyone being expelled, but like it's really cruel to expel them, but let them keep their memories.
Well, like, because they ran away, to be fair.
Yeah.
They were trying to take them. Also, the other main reason I want to call Fire like an upgraded form. I don't know if you noticed it, because it's only on screen for a split second. When we get to see Gotchard Fire in the preview for next episode, it's Gotchard Fire using a samurai skateboard.
I didn't see it in the preview, but yeah.
In the preview, it's literally, you just see it for a second. It's like, why is this suit red? And I paused it. It was like, oh shit, he's in the
okay, I see it now. Suit. Yeah, I see it now.
And you're like, okay, yeah. So fire is just like upgrade to the base forms, basically.
Yeah, and we're getting Majade finally. I'm so excited to finally see Majade.
Me too.
Yeah,
man. Talking about bleak episodes though. Ultraman.
And talking about the moon.
And talking about the moon. A lot of coincidences this set.
Yeah. So like this oh man. Like this thing is a space bomber kaiju.
And it travels by displacing like the orbits of like existing masses of like Earth, and like that's insane. First of all, insanely clever way for it to travel. Incredibly fun. And yeah, Earth Garon with all the mods going straight to the moon on a mission where they don't know if they're going to come back.
Yeah, and because of the mods, like, you know, we did get like a very, very cute moment where Gento was like, okay, well, we can't do anything for the next 18 hours while the upgrades are being done. Take your leave.
Yeah, you guys got 18 hours, bro. Figure it out. It was really funny watching our boy be at like the laundromat with his best friend washing machine though. That was incredibly fucking funny.
I saw a tweet I saw a tweet that was like saying, you know, it's kind of sad that the implication that he spends his free time doing laundry.
Look, he's a responsible guy. At least he can do his own laundry, okay?
Yeah, true. I say this as I have 2 baskets of clothes I need to get laundered, like 3 loads at least right now.
Okay. You got to be a little bit better about that. No, Wednesday is like my laundry day, so I go do it after this. But
okay. So in my defense, our laundry machine broke. Our laundry machine broke right before the weekend.
Okay, I mean that is like a
and my family had just gotten back from a trip, and also we're doing all their laundry at the same time.
Gotcha.
So I was like last in line. Okay, but yes, okay, enough about that. But yeah, no, it's actually really cute. Like, you know, seeing like, you know, all these little interactions with everyone.
Also, the incredibly like funniest like commercial break thing is seeing Emmy figuring out the secrets. They open the truck, they got guns trained on them. And then, like, immediately we get the commercial for, like, the Ultraman music show, and it just immediately going, dit, 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 dit. Like, just, like, synth music just starts, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's just a massive jarring, like, shift.
I found it incredibly funny. It was such a choice.
Yeah.
Man, big things on the moon. This was such a fun fight to watch, honestly.
Yeah, it was. And not only that, like, the crazy thing, too, is that Earth Garen was winning until... These bombs are unfair, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's OP. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Also, again, as always, the brass don't know what the fuck they're doing, telling them to go down and fight. And it's always interesting when I see like the hubris in this kind of thing, because it's like, you guys understand that like Earth Garen can't win on his own. Like you guys are talking like, oh, just take him out. Like they can, you know?
Yeah, it's not a regular kaiju. Like. It's not. It just isn't.
And then, oh my god, bro, the fact that Ultraman transforms and he's already in like the weakened state.
Yeah, when I saw him transform, like not only that, like, you know, it's like please help me. I know it's gonna be bad for me too, but we have to do it. And then transforms, yeah, already flashing red. I'm like, wait, what? And then he immediately gets bodied, and then we get like this crazy out of body experience.
First of all, talking about like the bodying real quick, this kaiju is just crazy. The fact that he's got like a chainsaw blade like in his stomach, and he does like the hug, the like tech, the bombs, like everything is insane. He's like, you cannot get physically close, and then if you're far away, he just starts blasting you.
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
Also, again, love so much of the setting that they've used for this fight. It being on the moon made some like really dynamic shots. I love seeing, first of all the big explosions. I love seeing Ultraman, you know, getting thrown into like a pile of rocks and all of them exploding. I love the kaiju like going underground to blow more shit up.
or like trying to actually use cover on the moon, but like, haha, guess what? I have electricity. F you.
And I loved seeing like Ultraman being like, I'm going to push the moon back into orbit, while the dude's just like wailing on him, honestly.
Yeah,
but he's got to do it because again, if the moon's out of orbit, like we just all die.
Yeah, it's just so bleak. Like, holy crap! And then like, yeah, like I said, like they like Gento and Blazer split, and you're like, wait, what? And still throughout this entire show, Blazer has still not said a single word. I mean, sure, he's a caveman, but still, like, it's like just the amount of emotion, like,
yeah,
you feel from this.
Yeah, and he gets separated, and he stays on the moon to try to hold him off, while Gento and them drift off into space.
Yeah,
and
obviously, I only said that because I just want to talk about that thread on Twitter that was going online. Where it's like, what is it? The actor for Master Chief in the Halo series says
where it's
he kept taking his helmet off because it's like, oh, it's hard to emote with a helmet on, and like every single Toku fan in existence came out of the woodwork to dunk on him.
Yeah, and here's the thing: even with some of its problems, that like the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal emotes pretty well, even though he only takes the helmet off in like 2 episodes or something. Like. Body language is a thing, brother.
Exactly. Yeah, like, it's like everyone did that, and I love that how everyone always posts a clip of Kamen Rider Wizard doing laundry.
I mean, it's a good clip. Okay,
it's so good.
Also, but love the vibes of again. The Kaiju's escaped. He's coming towards Earth. The Brass just like destroy it before you get to the moon. It's like you guys can't do that, guys. Like you guys don't have the firepower to do that.
Yeah, it's like with what? With what weapons?
Yeah.
It's like we were doing it safely, and then you told us to not do it safely.
And then we get to see, like, honestly, a really sad shot of Blazer just, like, floating into space. And the thing just ends, and we don't get a preview. And honestly, whew.
Yeah.
What a way to end an episode.
Yeah, I was like the way that it ends, like, on just, like, a crazy cliffhanger like that. I was like, what do you mean it ended like that this week?
Yeah.
But and hey, final episode Saturday, well, Friday technically. I mean, I'm gonna watch it probably on Sunday, but still.
I mean, it's the final episode comes out soon. Very excited. So now we got our newest character to talk about in King Azure, the gear sorting robot, Robolus Hasty. Yanma's insane. We've talked about that, right? Yanma's such a petty guy.
He really is. Oh man, yeah, a lot, like this episode was pretty much a Yanma episode. Like despite it, being focused on like everyone, like it was really a Yanma episode because Yanma has like the growth in this episode finally.
Yeah, and I mean it makes sense. Kind of given everyone else their bits of growth. Some of them honestly didn't need growth. Like Rita was just fully fleshed from the beginning, but like
Rita nonsense. Himeno also no nonsense.
Also, other than like needing to open up to Himeno a little bit more, like there wasn't much character development that Rita really needed. Most of them really didn't need character development other than like Gira and Yanma, honestly.
I mean, well, technically Kaguragi, but at the same time, Kaguragi's was more so explaining why he's the way he is.
But I was gonna say, but Kaguragi never changed. That's what I'm saying. Kaguragi's been the same since episode 1. Do we have the context for everything now? Yes. That doesn't mean he like changed.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Like he said, like he literally his quote from this episode, a traitor is always a traitor.
True. Oh man. But yeah, like this episode, like the catalyst for this episode is that the symbols of the kings, and we basically see them like, hold up their jewelry, like that gives a great power that can destroy Terra. And of course, Hebrew wants to make use of it. And we get we get this weird like 3 minutes of wackiness in the middle of the episode. And we don't realize why, because it just feels like a massive jarring shift.
It's a jarring shift, but honestly, I'm just used to it from King Azure at this point. Like this was just like, this might as well happen. I loved how much we went into like the bits, like the fact that Kaguragi's ball had to be popped like 30 times.
Yeah.
Or the fact
also, Racco's being the referee in this scene was so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, I also just love how they immediately decide, hey, we're just gonna one shot Gira. Like, none of us are letting him fight.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing too. Oh man, yeah, and then like Yanma hasn't been there like the entire time, and of course Gear's like trying to stop them all, and then like and then we get what's this again? Why are we having another massive tone shift when Yanma just holds up where Yanma's earring just shines and just de-transforms them all by hitting the rest of the Shoe Gods
with lightning.
Yeah. And then it's like, did you figure out how to use the things? Yeah. That's why I'm at the top. And he's just twisted for like most of this episode.
He just
and
goes
then
psycho.
you see was it?
He just goes psycho.
Yeah, and then like Hibble shows up, and then Gear's like, "Wait, you're the one that did this? I just suggested it," and then it just explains why it was so wacky out of nowhere for 3 minutes, and you're like, "Ah, shh."
I also just love that again. They're like, okay, that power doesn't work on Gira because he comes from Doug Dead, blah blah blah. But I'm like, you have to remember that Kaguragi's also not affected. So Kaguragi was just going with all of this the entire time.
Yeah,
he was just like, I might as well do this,
Yeah, he really was. And then after that, and actually talking about Doug Dead. Yeah, Doug Dead is angry. It's like, they killed me. I want to make them my collection. So you're gonna keep them alive? Who wants a living collection? What? that is a scary freaking line. Who wants a living collection?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's the main bad guy. He's gonna say the bad thing. Honestly, that I thought he was gonna kill them. I do like that they got set in amber. I think that is kind of like poetic. Like, oh, I'm freezing you in amber, kind of like the bugs for his collection. Yeah. That was cool. It was really funny seeing our favorite little side guy just show up. I'm gonna be on top and just start fighting people.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's really crazy, like how the whole I'm gonna stand at the top from Yanma is like, it's like, you know what, him acting like this to the extreme makes all the sense.
Yeah, I mean that's they do say power corrupts, and that kind of was like the thesis of this episode. Even at the end he talks to Rackles and he's like, how did it feel to be the king of the world? And he was like, it felt great. Seeing you fall, seeing everything, bow down before me, it felt amazing. And that's kind of what power does. I really liked how genuine Rackles was about that. Like, I did these things for like the greater good, but like I'm also susceptible to falling prey to, my base desires when it comes to stuff like power. And I love that leads to like okay, then let's have a treaty with no one on top,
Yeah, it's oh man, Rackles is just so well written, man.
Honestly, they really set him up. Everything with him has just been honestly amazing. They turned him honestly from kind of a 2-bit villain by recontextualizing him into like a genuine threat, into then like honestly like an insanely good like anti-hero. And
what's really funny is that we can't even say that he like they recontextualized him because his actor knew it from the start. Like, that's the craziest part. I love that.
I know. I meant they recontextualized them for us because we didn't have that information.
Oh yeah, true.
But
yeah, like even listening back to our previous like conversations, anytime it was like a Rackles episode, we're like, is he?
Yeah, because they always give you like a little bit of plausible deniability. Like, he hesitates on that last hit on Gira. Like, there's a lot of different little things with like, there's not enough for it to add up to anything because he still always commits to doing the bad thing.
Yeah.
And again, I love that. I love that he's just been like, hey dudes, I did a bad thing. I have to go down for it, even if it leads to the good outcome, because we can't let people know that being this atrocious can like let you be known as a hero. You know what I mean? And I love that his talk to get Yanma, like, what I did was terrible and I'm really sorry and I don't expect you to forgive me. Like, beautiful, perfect. No notes.
Yeah.
And then, continuing with the running joke, just not beating the Gurren Lagann allegations at all.
Yeah, so there are 2 instances in this. Yeah, it's like the power of the king was split into 6, but all the kings unite as one. They could have a power that can pierce the universe, and we see that happen.
Yeah, I love that it gives him a little boop.
Yeah, they actually hit Doug dead with it, but yeah, pierce the universe. I wonder where we've heard something like that before.
I wonder where we've heard about a drill that will pierce the heavens and then pierce the universe, and then.
And after that, even Yama's speech. Well, actually, no. You know, we'll go to the second one. Where Gira tries to get Yama to snap out of it by saying, "Grit those teeth,"
and then he punches him. And then he,
yeah,
tells them that like, hey, I'm always going to be there for you. And if you ever go down the wrong path, I'm going to punch you again to make sure I bring you back down. And that's what we should do. If any of us, misbehave, the others should hold them accountable. And I mean, I just watched the first movie again because it's airing in the US, Childhood's End. And like that's literally like Kamina and Simon.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, you were thinking. Oh wait, no, you were thinking Kamina and Simon. I was thinking Roshu and Simon.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean. I was thinking because at in that second to last fight in the movie, that was when he can't take over the big ship. That's when Kamina shows up. He's like, grit those teeth.
That's what he does.
And then when they think he dies and he loses all motivation, he gets back up and punches him again. This time with Gurren.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Because the one I remember is from the actual series where he basically teleports to punch Roshu from preventing him from offing himself, and he grit his teeth through like a teleport portal, and then punches him. Yeah, through space time essentially.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the second movie. To be fair, right?
I'm not sure if they actually kept that one in the second movie.
But
I'm not sure.
That was later because that was adult Roshu, right?
Yeah, it was adult Roshu, which is why I was also thinking about it that way too, because time skip.
No, which again, everything kind of comes full circle. The power of Gira, who's gonna be the one who defeats the Galactics and King, and then like the power of Nia, who's the one who's gonna help defeat the Spiral King. Like, we're all coming in a lot of full circles.
Yeah, and then there's also another great one too, where it's like it's basically the final speech of Gurren Lagann anyways, but like the whole thing about like saying is like we're different from what we were in the past, and it's like Yama straight up says I'm different from the person I was even a minute ago, and I'm like
humans have the power to evolve, which I love. That was so cool, and that was so good. And him coming in and basically being like, we need to do the Six Kingdom Alliance, but there needs to be no one in charge, was awesome. The fact that he went to everyone showed a ton of character development by setting that all up himself. And then the like his line being like, yeah, I'm even different than I was a minute ago. Oof. Probably one of my favorite tropes in like shonen or toku or anything. My favorite speech from Gaim was, even I found a whole new meme, transform Takatora. If you don't like the person you are, work to be someone better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's man, yeah, I just love, but yeah, it's like, yeah, sure we're memeing the hell out of the fact that it really is not being Gurren Lagann allegations, but they're good moments.
Yeah, and again, it's not like they're wholesale like taking scenes from the thing. It's not like they're just ripping off Gurren Lagann wholesale. I feel like most of it is probably done in a more homage setting, and it's got its own story, and it's a very like different vibes than Gurren Lagann. So I'm never saying this is a bad thing. I've had it incredibly fun. And honestly, I don't think Gurren Lagann could pull off something like what Rackles did, like show wise.
Yeah, technically not, because I mean, we did have like a late face turn with Viral, but it's not the same as Rackles.
But the Rackles is he was apparently a good guy the whole time. That wasn't really like
no, that was Lord Genome.
Oh, that was Lord Genome.
I feel like we said this 2 weeks ago, but I feel like we're just talking about it again right now.
It happens, I mean, it was Lord Genome. No, you're right. I did
that was just Lord Genome.
Ooh, okay, well,
learn about the Spiral Nemesis and learn about the Spiral Nemesis and just kept the humans underground.
Honestly, all I'm saying is Gurren Lagann is peak fiction, and Teenager kind of is too. So
yeah, it's great. It's great.
Oof.
I got. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, wait. What's happening in the next episode again? I actually forgot because we didn't actually get to that part because we were ranting about Gurren Lagann too much.
I mean, we talked about all the important parts, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the next episode preview. They're all trying to master the new powers, and when they do, they want to take the fight to Dugdead. It looks like another turning the kings into children thing is going on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll see what happens next, and I can't wait.
Honestly,
and yeah,
super exciting.
It looks like this is gonna be a Rita and Dabowski episode, because they're like the main focus of this. Because I guess
yeah. I mean, Rita kind of can use their power.
Wait, I just realized something.
What?
Remember what we were saying at the beginning of our King Odor segment?
That they're the two characters who didn't really need character development.
Yeah, so changing them into kids shouldn't change them at all.
I mean, maybe some of them kind of it does, but also their fully formed characters came before the show, but after they were kids. So, But with that, yeah, we're right at 30-ish minutes. So
nice.
We will talk to you guys next week. As always, thank you for listening, and see you next time. Later. This program is brought to you by
our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.